It grew darker inside Stephen with each descent. All his free time was spent exploring every nook and cranny of the cave. He was amazed with each visit, believing that the features of the crystals and walls were moving and changing. It had become a living organism from which he wanted to extract life, but he didn't know exactly how. He tried more than once to break off pieces of crystal, but it was impossible. Stephen was tired of his responsibilities at school. He wanted to move underground and set up his lab here. Stephen didn't need anything else. But if he disappeared, people would get suspicious. Prying eyes were the last thing he needed. He had once thought of the fortune he would make, but now he would keep it a secret. On his latest incursion, he noticed the crystals were pulsating with a brighter light, as if they were somehow happy and lively. The cavern was flooded with a warm blue hue. Stephen smiled, and for the first time in many years, he felt happy. Monday arrived, and Jack's anxiety peaked as he entered the school. His eyes darted nervously, searching for Sarah in the crowded hallways. To his surprise, she was absent from their shared classes. Days passed, and Sarah's continued absence only deepened the mystery surrounding her. Driven by curiosity and fear, Jack decided to confront Mr. Pilkington once more. As he approached Sarah's house, he noticed an eerie stillness. The windows were dark, and an unkept lawn suggested abandonment. Jack's knock went unanswered, and peering through a window, he saw only empty rooms devoid of furniture or any sign of life. Jack's stomach twisted as he stood in front of Sarah's empty house. He knocked again, harder this time, ignoring the sting in his knuckles. Nothing. The window stared back at him, black and hollow. His breath came in short, uneven bursts. She's gone. He didn't know why that thought hit him so hard, but it did. He leaned against the doorframe, hands gripping his knees, trying to steady himself. Maybe she had just moved. Maybe this was normal. But then why did it feel like something had torn a hole in the whole world? Meanwhile, Stephen Bloom's obsession with the underground cavern consumed him entirely. His classroom lectures became erratic, peppered with cryptic references to the light below and the eggs of creation. Students whispered about his disheveled appearance and the persistent darkness beneath his nails. One night, as Barbara closed up Harry's bar, she felt a familiar presence. Turning, she saw Sarah standing in the shadows, her eyes glowing with an otherworldly light.
"It's time, Mrs. Harrow,"
Sarah said, her voice echoing unnaturally.
"Mistport has served its purpose. We must move on."
Sarah took a step forward, her pupils like bottomless wells.
"Do you ever think about what came before, Mrs. Harrow?"
Barbara swallowed. Before what?
"Before all this."
Sarah gestured to the street, to the town, to the air itself.
"Before people decided light was good and dark was bad. Before they thought they could tell the difference."
She cocked her head, a slow, unnatural movement.
"I think the dark remembers."
The wind picked up suddenly, biting cold against Barbara's skin. A low hum filled the air, distant at first, then impossibly close, as if coming from inside her own head. Before Barbara could respond, the street lights flickered and went out. In the sudden darkness, she heard a sound like the beating of enormous wings. The next morning, Mistport awoke to find nearly half its population vanished without a trace. Among the missing were Sarah, her father, Mr. Bloom, and several of Jack's classmates. The town buzzed with theories ranging from mass hysteria to alien abduction. Jack rushed to his mother's room, relief washing over him as he found her safe, though visibly shaken. Barbara recounted her encounter with Sarah, her words tumbling out in a confused jumble. She knew, Jack. She knew it was ending, Barbara said, her eyes wild with fear and confusion. What's happening to our town? For days, chaos reigned in Mistport. National Guard troops poured in, searching houses and combing the surrounding forests. News vans clogged the streets, their reporters hungry for any scrap of information about the mass disappearance. Jack watched it all with a growing sense of detachment. He knew, deep in his bones, that no amount of searching would reveal the truth. Whatever had taken Sarah and the others was beyond the understanding of the outside world. As weeks passed and the media frenzy died down, Jack found himself drawn to Mr. Bloom's abandoned house. Sneaking past the police tape, he made his way to the shed in the backyard. The padlock hung open, inviting him in. Inside, Jack discovered the hidden trap door. As he descended into the darkness, the smell of damp earth and something alien filled his nostrils. In the cavern below, he found the pulsing crystals and the two egg-shaped stones. One was cracked open, empty. On the floor nearby, a small black stone caught his eye. As he picked it up, it pulsed warmly in his hand, and he caught the fleeting scent of bubblegum and cotton candy. The stone pulsed again, warm, rhythmic, like a heartbeat. Jack's fingers tingled, and for a moment, he thought he heard a whisper, high and distant, just beneath his own thoughts. He turned toward the cracked egg-shaped stone. The inside was smooth, almost glassy, but something about it made his skin crawl. It was empty. Not really. He ran his fingertips along its surface and recoiled. It was still warm. Something was here. The whisper returned, clearer this time. Not words, a feeling, a memory that wasn't his.